Hello there testers, and thank you for taking the time to check out this add-on before it gets officially released. I'm just going to show you how to install and use the add-on so you can start playing around and testing it. So install the zip file through user preferences under the add-on section, and if I navigate to the zip file and click install add-on from file and check the box there, it should all be installed. There's some color settings and things that I've added which will become a bit clearer in a minute. The other thing that I'd suggest doing, but it's up to you, is changing the theme in Blender. I found it a bit difficult to edit the curves in the default theme. I actually found the True Blue theme the easiest one to work with, but it really is up to you. It might be easier in your display. So what I'll do is I'll open up a curve I created earlier which is just 4 separate splines within a curve. So if you tab into it like you tab into an object, you go into edit mode, and you can see here that while I'm hitting L to hit all the linked vertices on a spline and just pulling them apart for you to show you how to construct one of these patches. They're essentially a set of 4 splines here that have their endpoints in the same place, linked to one another. So to activate the add-on, it's under Curves to Mesh, and there's 2 options. There's a standard Curves to Mesh, which I'm using here, that goes into a preview mode automatically now, so you can move the curves as you go. You can move the control points, and the mesh will be previewed for you before you commit, and then you can kind of go back and forth as well. So you can, once the mesh is properly created, you can also select the curves again and go around. You just have to be mindful that it does delete the mesh that you just created. So but you should be able to get back to it with the undo key. You can see here that I'm just showing you the way I at least was adding new patches to an existing set of splines. I was duplicating some of the vertices out and then extruding them back, and then using the snap tools to make sure that the vertices connect. I'm also making use of the proportional editing tool as well, so I can move the control points that are all in the same place at the same time. You can do things like change the subdivisions on the mesh as well, and there's some advanced options under the menu you can hit by clicking Shift M here to add a few things. You can see that you can copy modifiers over from a curve. You can also choose to use the resolution settings on individual splines, which you'll find in the data menu, to control the subdivisions. And you can see there you can play around with how the vertices are distributed and that sort of thing. When you're happy, hit Alt Enter and it will create the mesh for you, and you can see that it's a separate mesh, and it can be edited like any other mesh in Blender, and you could go back and forth if you wanted to create things. So here there's this is the profiles mode, the profiles menu option, curve profiles to mesh, where I've got various splines also under one connected under one curve object, but now it's connected in a set of profiles. So I've included a few files for you to have a play with and test. There's things like a cylinder object here that you might want to have a play around with and check out. So I'll just show you here as well. So it's a sort of set of connected splines again, and by creating curves to mesh there, you can see it in kind of a opaque preview mode again before you commit. You can see there like some of the smoothing isn't right, so you could go back and hit the menu options again, and adjust some of the smooth settings and things like that. So there you go on that front. Then that's about it. So do have a play around with it, see if you can create some more complicated objects. I'd be really interested to see if you could actually show me anything you've done that looks a bit complex, and then I can put that up on Twitter and on the product page. That would be really helpful as well. So I hope you find it an improvement over the old add-on. Do let me know if you don't think it is, because I'm assuming this is a better way of doing it. It would be great if you could have this as a modifier, I know, but Blender isn't set up that way, so hopefully this is presenting a bit more of a interactive way of creating things, and I've got a lot more plans for topology and stuff like that. So there you go. Thank you.